Hiya, Darren Laverty here from Second Sight. I'm going to share with you today a tip to help promote your financial education program. I speak to too many employers who give up at the first hurdle when they start to promote their financial education program and hardly anybody shows up. So this one tip will help make a significant difference, and it's understanding something in our brains, or in the employee's brains, called the reticular activating system, or RAS. And the RAS is a filter, and it's a filter for all the millions of pieces of data that are entering our brain from the outside world through our five senses. So through our eyes and our ears and our skin, through touch and taste and smell. That data, there's so much of that data, there's millions and millions of pieces of data. If we were aware of all of that data all of the time, it would overwhelm our brains and our brain would explode. It would be aching all the time. So what the reticular activating system does is it allows us to only be conscious of the data that's important to us to know right now. It's kind of evolved from survival over the centuries. So what we focus on right now, okay, we're conscious of. So for example, let me give an example. Let's imagine I said to you right now, until I mention this, you're not conscious of the sensation of your clothing on your skin. But now I've mentioned it, you're thinking about it because I put that in your mind. Okay, so now your reticular activating system is allowing you to focus on that. Another good example is when we buy a new car. Sometimes you get a new car and you think it's pretty unique. You get out on the road and all of a sudden you see them everywhere. These cars are everywhere. So what's gone on? The car is at the forefront of our mind now. The reticular activating system is telling us that that's important to know about right now. So why is this important when it comes to promoting a financial education program? Well, I think it's because of the way we communicate. We tend to rely on email far too much nowadays, and it's important, it's quick, it's cheap, etc. It's scalable. The only thing is, we get so many emails that we just don't notice them. And when we're busy running around, I know that people don't open them all. They skim through them. They get hundreds each day. Go back 20 years ago when the first email came through. That was a unique experience. It was quite exciting to get that email. In those days, we got lots of letters. Today, letters are the unique experience, and the email is now commodity. Okay, so if you imagine when you get some mail through your door, through your letterbox, and let's imagine it's personally written to you. Okay, and you see you got some bills and stuff, but you see this personally handwritten envelope, you're much more likely to open that. So one idea that we've been using for years now, and it works a treat, to get the financial education program, or whatever it is we're trying to communicate with employees, to the forefront of their minds, is actually to write to them at home a letter. And ideally, you'd write that letter, handwrite the address, get it signed by someone senior, make it personal to them, even send it in a bright coloured envelope, just to make it stand out. And what happens is they're outside of their usual environment, they're probably more relaxed at home, they notice it, and suddenly they read it, it's personal to them, they put that financial education program firmly on their radar. So a couple of days later, okay, a bit like when they get a new car, a couple of days later, you do a follow-up email announcing the events and what you're planning to do, you're much more likely to stand a much greater chance of them opening that email and taking action. There you go, tip number 1. Thank you.